Dövüş sporlarının tek adresi Esport Plus sunar.
He has an impressive record, but everybody in that game has some holes. So, and I see, me and my coaches are seeing that, and
Больше всего меня это мотивирует на этом бою, так как мне сказали, после этого боя мне дадут такой шанс биться за пояс.
Esport Plus ve Fight Digitale'de UFC 308 röportajlarımıza hoş geldiniz değerli izleyenler. Aleksandar Rakic bu kez konuğumuz olacak. Rakic, thank you very much for accepting this interview.
you're welcome.
Can you walk us through your training camp leading up to your fight with Magomed Ankalaev? What has been the focus of the preparation?
I mean, the focus remains the same. Ankalaev is very all-rounded. He knows both areas: striking, grappling, wrestling. So we've been working on all the skills. I've been preparing for this fight almost 2 months. I did it in Bosnia. I brought some very good sparring partners there. I was in the mountains there, a little bit high altitude, and we worked pretty intense. I would say this was the most intense camp for me, physically and mentally.
What do you think of his fighting style?
I mean, he's a dangerous guy. He would not be in rank number 2. He has an impressive record, but everybody in that game has some holes. So, and I see, me and my coaches are seeing that, and we work on that. We work on his good things. We work on his bad things. He is sometimes he's very calculated. He's very smart, to fight. The fighting style, fighting IQ is very smart, and he can mix both things very good, striking and wrestling. So it's gonna be a very interesting and hard fight, but like I said, amazing camp, amazing preparation, and I'm 100% ready.
And Ankalaev has faced criticism of his tactical fighting style for not taking risks. Do you think we will see a more aggressive Ankalaev in this fight? Are you prepared for that, or you are waiting for a tactical match?
It could be either way. I mean, we will see what he gonna bring. If he decides to go forward and to be more aggressive, I'm ready for that. Like I said, we've been working on offense and defense for Magomed Ankalaev, and whatever he brings to the table, I'm ready, I'm sharp, and I have an answer of everything what he brings to the table.
Your last 2 fights, you put on very tough performances, but came up short. What lessons have you learned from that? Are you changing your fighting style?
I mean, I fought 2 former champions, and in both fights, I was really good prepared, but I was in the first fight against Jan Blachowicz. I came in injured. I already injured my knee in that fight camp 3 weeks before, so I already had a problem and still made a performance like that. And against Yuri Prohaska on UFC 300, I had also a very amazing camp, but I got an infection 3 days before the fight on the elbow, and I was on heavy medications. And I felt it right away in the fight that wasn't me. I mean, until the finish happened, 7 minutes, I was taking over, I was picking him apart, and I was winning that fight. But, the medications killed my body, and my body shuts down after 7 minutes of fighting. I see those 2 last fights not a real loss, because I didn't get beat. They didn't beat me. I beat myself with illness and injuries. So basically, I don't see those last 2 fights as a loss, and I've been working, of course, on new stuff, on old stuff, getting better, getting sharper, and that's it.
And how are you feeling physically now?
I feel very good. I have no injuries, and the weight is pretty good. I'm on point, and like I said, this camp was very intense, and it went nearly perfectly.
Champion Alex Pereira and Ankalaev, along with other fans, are discussing a potential matchup between them. However, Ankalaev is set to fight you, and the matchup is getting as much attention. Does this situation bother you?
Not at all. I've been calm the whole fight camp, and I saw what they exchanging words, but in that camp I decided that I'm gonna be quiet, I'm gonna work in my dark room, and I'm gonna show it on UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi.
Will you spoil the party?
That's the plan. That's the plan, of course. I'm here for a reason. I want to fight the best. Magomed is one of the best, and he's a very good, tough opponent.
And the majority of the audience in Abu Dhabi will likely support Ankalaev. Does fighting in enemy territory pose a problem for you?
Honestly, this is the first time I'm an underdog in 10 UFC fights. So this is my 10th UFC fights, and I've been always the favorite. So I like to fight as an underdog. I like to fight in enemy territory. I had it before my UFC competitions in kickboxing and MMA before. So, and I really enjoy it. I really like it, and I love to prove people wrong.
And we are come from Turkey. You have worked with Ibo Aslan for a long time. He will also be fighting on this card. What would you like to say about Ibo and his UFC debut?
Ibo, I know many years now. Even when he started MMA, I was already up there, and we trained many years together. I helped him a lot in his trainings, and not like I coached him couple fights, but then our ways split. He decided to move on to do his own thing, but we're still both in Vienna. Sometimes we exchange some messages, but like I said, he had a very good performance in a debut. I wish him only the best in the next fight. He has a good opponent, unbeaten opponent, and I think he was in Vegas for that. I think he did his homework, and he gonna put a good performance on Saturday and make your country proud.
What do you think about Ibo's fighting style and strengths?
I know Ibo very well, and he's a very strong guy. He's not very, very young, but he's younger than me, and I think he has still a lot of room for improvements. There's the same age that he has when I was there. I felt the same, and in that martial arts sports, this is because of the beauty of the sport. You have always room for improvements, and I think if Ibo keeps fighting, keeps winning, keeps training hard, and moving and improving, he can do good things in the UFC. So he's very strong, like I said, and I hope in that fight he can show more mixed martial arts than in his last fight, because the last fight was more about boxing and fighting and putting the heart in. So maybe more kicking, more wrestling, more grappling, to see how the camp went and how he improved the other skills.
And finally, what is your prediction for the fight against Ankalaev?
I'm ready for everything what he brings to the table. I don't want to predict things. I want just to go in on Saturday and to put a performance for the fans, for the UFC, for the whole world. And if I do that, what I'm planning to, my hand will be raised. So only one word, and that means domination.
Thank you very much, Aleksandar, and good luck for your match.
Thank you.
Aleksandar Rakic ile Magomed Ankalaev maçını Cuma akşamı Esport Plus'ta izleyebilirsiniz. Bizden ayrılmayın. Röportajlarımız devam ediyor. UFC 308'de Magomed Ankalaev de olacak. Rakic ile karşı karşıya gelecek ve şimdi onunla beraberiz. Magomed Ankalaev ile. Magomed, you haven't lost in 12 fights, and your only defeat came at the last second. How do Dagestani fighters became so tough and successful? What is the formula?
Я думаю, в Дагестане больше всего спортсменов, можно сказать, все залы забиты, много спарринг-партнеров, конкуренции много. Я думаю, причина в этом, что они тренируются больше, чем другие.
Where did you have your training camp, and who did you train with?
Кемп прошел в городе Махачкале в Дагестане. У меня были очень много спарринг-партнеров, и борцы, и ударники. А если их назвать, я думаю, их много, поименно не будем называть. В общем, были ударники и борцы.
What do you think of your opponent, Aleksandar Rakic, and his fighting style?
Ракич хороший боец. А что мы можем о нем сказать? Я думаю, что в этом бою он поймет, что когда клетка закроется, что он попался, и я думаю, он пожалеет о том, что он подписал этот контракт. этот бой.
When we are coming to this match, there are lots of talks about the match, potential match, Alex Pereira. The talkings are more on Alex Pereira than Rakic. Has this distracted you?
Нет, мы знаем, что нам надо биться с Ракичем. Разговоры идут, фанаты обсуждают этого боя, что я должен был биться за пояс и дерусь не за пояс. Поэтому на первом плане пока Rakic. После этого боя уже мы переключимся на чемпиона.
Do you think what Pereira said true? Do you believe the UFC doesn't want you in a title fight? Have you ever been offered a match against Pereira?
Ну, какие-то разговоры были, но конкретно, что мне бой предложили, такого не было. Так разговоры были вот во время Рамадана.
Let's return to Rakic. He's a good striker. Do you plan to use your wrestling?
Ну, мы это увидим в субботу. У кого борьба лучше, у кого стойка лучше. Поэтому клетка закроется. Я думаю, уже люди поймут, кто лучше в ударке.
What is your prediction for the match?
Ну, бой предсказать я не могу, но я знаю, что я буду идти вперед, я буду охотиться за ним, чтобы удосрочить его.
Do you believe after the winning the fight, UFC will give you a title shot?
А больше всего меня это мотивирует на этом бою, так как мне сказали, после этого боя мне дадут такой шанс биться за пояс, поэтому у меня мотивация на высшем уровне.
And many Muslim fighters frequently visit Turkey. Just 3 weeks ago, Habib was in Turkey, in Istanbul. Have you ever been to Turkey? What would you like to say about Turkey?
Турция, что я могу сказать? Я был там, отдыхали там. В общем, только хорошее могу сказать. Отличное место.
Do you talk to Habib before this match?
Нет, не разговаривал.
Okay. Thank you very much, Magomed, and good luck for your match. Esport Plus'ta ve Fight Digitale'de röportajlarımız devam ediyor. UFC 308'de Magomed Ankalaev'de dövüşecek ve onunla beraberiz.
Dövüş sporlarının tek adresi Esport Plus sundu.